Okay, so today we're going to talk to someone in my favorite department. It's one I work in. It's the merchandising and marketing department. It's right behind me, the office is. So we're going to go in there and see what's up. Alright, so we are here in the theater. We use this for screenings, obviously, and we have meetings in here occasionally, and we also do some of the filming of videos in here, like you've probably seen. Like we do the Watch It Wednesdays, so we film it right up there. And so we're here with someone from the merchandising department. I know who you are, of course, but why don't you tell everyone at home what your name is and your position?
I'm Quinn. I'm a merchandising coordinator.
Cool, and how long have you worked here?
Just shy of a year.
So, why don't you tell everyone at home what a typical day is like in the merchandising department here at Right Stuf?
A typical day is kind of chaotic. You can kind of do multiple things on different days, or you can do one thing pretty much your whole day, depending on what your projects are. We contact vendors and make sure that merchandise is here for everybody to enjoy and gets out to you guys all right. We also create sales, work on pricing if something is an issue, and we take care of everything, and I do mean everything on the site.
Yeah, so when you say merchandising, like we are responsible for the items and managing inventory and taking care of product descriptions and all that sort of thing. So you mentioned some of the sales. So merchandising and marketing are kind of one department here. We're all in the same office. We work together. So can you go into I guess the weekly specials is what we typically work on for a sale. Like how do you go about working on that sort of thing?
Okay. For the weekly specials, we usually start off with a theme of some sorts. The current one that I'm working on right now, it's kind of a throwback. So you guys will get to check out what's coming up, but how I went about doing this is I researched shows that qualify for that theme. After I figure out what I want to include in the sale, I go through our system and find items that have enough inventory, make sure that it's consistent. I choose between the manga, between the anime, between specialty books. Occasionally we'll include some figures in that. After figuring out all of that, usually I have to weed down my list because we like to include around 30 items or so. The one I have right now, I think I got up to around 70 items, so I have to hack and slash, have to pick and choose. And some of the things that I really enjoy about making the sales is that if there's a beloved title and it fits the theme, you can squeeze that in there.
I definitely don't have that problem. But anyway, so you mentioned some of the industry things that we do. Can you go into a little bit about that? I think that's one thing that people maybe don't know about the merchandising aspect of our job is how often we talk to industry representatives and other people from, say, other companies like Crunchyroll and Funimation and all that stuff.
Yeah, I think so. Things are a lot interconnected, but not quite as interconnected as maybe fans might think. Like, we don't have that much sway in, hey, so-and-so is going to license your favorite show. We don't really have much sway in that. So when you email, as much as we love that you love the anime, we really can't say, hey, vendor X, we think this is a great idea. So we don't get that opportunity, but we do contact vendors quite frequently about products that have already been announced. Sometimes we can contact them multiple times a day. Sometimes we can go a couple weeks or maybe even a month or so. It really varies on what their products are and how often we need to get in contact with them.
Yeah, so I'm going to elaborate more about that. So sometimes when there's like an issue with something that comes in, we contact the vendors at that point. We also work with them for promotions and sales. And it's kind of weird, like for me, I always mention to like some of my other friends that like it's always weird to see like promotions that other companies are doing like later, because I already know about them like before, and I'm usually like responsible for like helping them with it. So it's like weird. Like Crunchyroll's an example. I always know what they're gonna do on their store before they do it. So yeah.
Yeah, you got to keep a zip lip around here sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. But we didn't sign a non-disclosure agreement. So I mean, we could. I mean, no, we can't. We can't.
Scout's honor.
Anyway, so that was merchandising. So of course, the final question: what's your favorite anime, and what are you watching right now, if anything?
My favorite anime has about 2, because I have a caveat. My gateway anime was Slayers, so it's, you know, always a special place in my heart.
I like Slayers.
Yes, it's really good. And it is a little dated for its time, but it stands up for anything for comedy. It's crazy. I love it. My absolute favorite is Natsume's Book of Friends. That one I just love because it's a nice slice of life. It's got a little supernatural and the yokai in it, and it's just really well done, really good characters. I just absolutely adore that show. And what I'm watching right now is a lot of different shows.
What did you watch the most recently, like yesterday or something? I don't know.
What did I plow through on Saturday? Shoot.
Well, anything that you're watching. I mean, whatever. What's something this season that you're watching?
That I want to admit to watching. I'm watching The Royal Tutor and Alice and Zoroku.
Would it be easier to mention things that you're not watching?
It could be. It could be. Actually, this season I've got a lot in my queue. I've just been watching. Usually I pick like 4 shows to watch at a time, and this season it was like pretty much everything on Crunchyroll. And then of course I've got my DVDs and Blu-rays that I'm plowing through, so occasionally it's a binge watch and an entire Saturday is gone, which happened last weekend.
Let's see. Cool. Well, thanks for taking the time to talk with us, and see you in the next video, guys.